In this video, we're going to be going over the pros and cons to living in Zeeland, Michigan, and it's coming up right now. But thanks for doing Sights to See. You are now watching Live Great TV, and I am your official host to Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn, Greathouse. Hey, if you want to know more about the Grand Rapids area and what it's like to live, work, and have fun in West Michigan, make sure you hit that subscribe button, slap that notification bell, or at least hit the like button so you won't miss out on all the brand new videos that I put out each and every week, because I love making these videos for you. But even more than that, as a licensed real estate agent in the state of Michigan, I love helping you make that transition over to the West Michigan area. So that number and that email coming across your screen right now, that's my direct contact info. And yes, I'm the one who answers those calls and messages. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so today I am out at one of the Little League ballparks in Zeeland, Michigan. This is kind of way a little more on the north side. And the thing about Zeeland you're gonna wanna know is that it's not very big. The population out here is about 5,500, maybe 5,000 or 6,000, give or take. And I always call Zeeland a mini Holland. And if you know anything about Holland, you don't know about Holland, just go below in the description. I'll go ahead and put a link to Holland, Michigan, which is a great town as well nearby. And a lot of the great things that I love about the area here is that the fact that it is a smaller type of town, a smaller area where there's not a whole lot going on, but at the same time, it's still relatively close to Holland, Michigan, and it's also close to more like the Hudsonville, Grandville, Grand Rapids area, where there's different malls and things to do out that way. So it's kind of in its own little hub. And some of the things to know about the Zeeland area is going to be the school systems. A lot of people who enjoy Zeeland, they love the school systems. They love, you know, the ability for families to come here. And even if you're single, it's also a good thing, because a lot of people who want to live in this area, it keeps up with the home values. And the home values in the area, the average home price in Zeeland is about $385,000 to $400,000 on average is what you're gonna find. And a lot of people love Zeeland. A lot of new builds that are going up, new developments that are in the area, a really traditional type of town as far as, you know, living goes. A lot of people don't like to cut their grass on Sunday in Zeeland. It's always just one of those things in the town. Another thing to remember about Zeeland is they have a pretty cool downtown. It's kind of quaint. It's like one street, not very big. But if you like that type of town where you can go and get your coffee, you know, meet your neighbors, go for a walk in the area, great schools, like I was saying. Another thing to think about in the Zeeland area is that it is, like I said, a mini Holland. So there's a lot of churches out here, and just a traditional type of town that you'll want to get into. Now, as far as the events and things to do out here, there are always some sort of a holiday event or some gathering. All right, to dive a little deeper into the school systems, as far as the high schools out here, you have Zeeland East and Zeeland West. Those are the two main high schools that are out here. The Zeeland Chicks and the Zeeland Ducks, what happened is a while back they split the high school into two different school districts, and now they have a lot of the events. Brings in a lot of people. So some of the surrounding areas, such as Borculo, these are small, quaint towns that are also nearby that a lot of people from those schools go to. One thing I do want to point out about Zeeland itself is it's sort of in a unique spot in regards to the school systems, because it is very close to Hamilton, it is very close to Holland, and it is very close to Zeeland. So there's parts of Zeeland that you can actually go to that actually have 3 different school districts right in the same area. So that's an awesome highlight for people who are interested in school districts, who really want to know more about that. I think they call it Odegan. So it's Odegan meets Allegan and Ottawa. So they kind of mushed them together and came up with Ottawa. So it's a kind of a cool thing about the Zeeland area. There's not a ton to it. Like like I said, it's only 5,000 people that live here, but I have been getting calls and requests about the Zeeland area. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about it as far as my experience here. I love coming to the Zeeland area, whether you're just walking downtown grabbing an ice cream cone, or if they're having a parade, different events that come out here. You got to feel the zeal when you're in Zeeland. You definitely know when you're here. So it's a great town, a lot of very happy people, you know, polite people, just that southern hospitality in the north, like I always talk about. So when you come to Zeeland, there's not a lot to it, but as far as that small town, family oriented, everybody's family type of feel, they have a couple grocery stores such as Family Fare. D&W is another grocery store that's out here. You'll get to know some of the cool, quaint spots that are out here that people it's just simple lifestyle. So if you're looking for a place where you can see buildings and, you know, planes and things like that, Zeeland is not that type of town. It's very residential. There are a couple factories in the area, such as Herman Miller, Howard Miller is out here. Those are the two main companies that a lot of where Zeeland is known for, those bigger companies that a lot of people know of today. You get a Herman Miller chairs, you know, people know all about that. So it's a great place, you know, a lot of furniture and things like that, Howard Miller with the clocks and things like that. So knowing Zeeland, like I said, it's a great town. You'll get to know Zeeland if you're in the Holland area. You kind of drive through, it's like you don't blink too long because you might go through it too quick. But at the same time, you know, driving through those towns, traditional feel, family oriented, you know, singles, whatever, you know, what have you. So you'll get a good mixture, just a friendly environment. So that's pretty much it. That's what I know about Zeeland. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out for anything, any other specifics you need to know. Again, for things to do and sights to see, this is Live Great TV. I am your official host to Live in Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn Greathouse. Hey, if you want to know more about the Grand Rapids area and what it's like to live, work, and have fun in West Michigan, make sure you hit that subscribe button, slap that notification bell, or at least hit the like button so you won't miss out on all the brand new videos that I put out each and every week, because I love making these videos for you. But even more than that, as a licensed real estate agent in the state of Michigan, I love helping you make that transition over to the West Michigan area. So that number, email coming across your screen right now, that's my direct contact info. Yes, I'm the one who answers those calls and messages. So with that being said, I'm gonna go get warm. We'll see you on the next video. All right, so right now I am in Zeeland and I'm at the Plaza, 59 West. And if you ever get to know Zeeland, you'll know that this Vitali's right here is pretty much the town spot. You know, it's pretty packed in here. Usually on the weekends there's a lot of people, like right now a lot of people are coming in here. It's one of the main places that people go to eat as you're in the Zeeland area. So this not being that large of a town, it definitely is a highlight to people who live here. It's kind of just, you know, it's where everybody goes. So if you're thinking of moving to Zeeland, you definitely want to make sure you go ahead and get in early before you're on the wait list at Vitali's. All I